All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're live with Jim Gunderson, president of Scuba Educators International, live at DEMA, right this very second, live at DEMA. So, Jim, welcome to DEMA.
This is awesome to be here. Benjamin, thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Always, always. Well, tell us about SEI and what's going on with you.
So I just took over the reins in September of this year for Scuba Educators International. So we're just right now we're just maintaining the ship and evolving our presence and stature here within the diving industry. And we've got some new initiatives coming out at the beginning of next year that we're really excited to launch. But we'll talk more about that as we get a little closer.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What are you pushing this year for DEMA, and what's new?
So Scuba Educators, the mission for Scuba Educators is really, we want people to be educators, not just facilitators. And so our emphasis is on our instructors and how they teach and what they teach. And we want those instructors to start developing those divers from the beginning level to become lifelong divers, not just the bucket list divers. There's programs for that, but we want our instructors to create lifelong divers. Whether it's they're just diving on vacation or every other weekend, either is great. But we want those lifelong divers, and that's part of our mission.
That is amazing. Now, give me a kind of the backstage view of SEI for you.
So the backstage view is we are a small but a very robust team with a diversity of experience and with a ton of educational and diving teaching wealth and knowledge. I've got people on our team that have been in the industry for 50 plus years. Wow. I've got people that are shop owners, that are curriculum specialists, that are business development specialists, and we are starting to put together a really synergistic and energetic program to help the independent instructors and dive shops succeed with SEI.
What's one thing that you're doing for dive shops to really help them dial in and be more successful?
So with what we've got going, we're helping them design their custom business plan for diving for their particular region, because one region has a little different business model than another. Pricing structure is different, competitors are different, locations are different, access to resources is different. So we're helping them identify those things and help them maximize and capitalize on what they've got available to them, and then help give them the support they need in those areas that they don't have.
That's amazing. So you're telling me that an inland dive shop in Idaho is different than one in Florida?
Absolutely, 100%, all day long. And I'll even go as far as to say a shop in Florida in, say, West Palm is different than a shop in the Florida Keys.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So what new programs do we have to look forward to on the horizon? So
we are looking at emphasizing and enhancing our dive master and assistant instructor programs. We are looking at enhancing our instructor trainer programs as well. And we're looking at a number of other specific specialties in diving that we want to add to the group.
Right on. What's the most exciting specialty you're thinking about adding right now?
I'm going to keep that one under wraps for right now until we have it completely fleshed out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So as an individual diver, why would I want to get certified through SEI?
Okay. So our instructors, we train our instructors to teach to the student, teach with the student, because every student has their own learning style. Sometimes it's a reading style, sometimes it's a listening style, sometimes it's a hands-on style. We train our instructors to be able to teach to that student's needs. And we want them to take the time to develop that relationship, not just in an e-learning platform. Not knocking e-learning at all. It's a valuable tool, but it does not replace the interaction and the one-on-one attention, or with the instructor with the small group attention. So that's our emphasis. So we want to make sure that the student divers have all their questions answered. They have the access to the pools to practice the skills and to make sure they're comfortable and competent before they go do their checkout dives. That's where we stand at.
Absolutely. So I'm an instructor, Jim. Why would I want to cross over to SEI as an instructor?
That's That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. Well, part of the reason is we offer you the opportunity to run your business the way you want to run your business. We don't dictate how you as an independent instructor or as a shop owner, how you run your business. We're there to help you, but we don't say you must do X, Y, or Z. And we give you the academic freedom, the ability to custom tailor your classes as long as they meet the standards. In fact, we encourage you to exceed the standards when teaching your students, and we support you in doing that.
That's awesome. Now, Jim, you came from dan.org previously and a very key role. How do you feel that that's supported, that information and role has led you to this role to be a better owner and better president?
So when I was at Divers Alert Network as a director of training, part of my job was of course develop the first aid programs of Dan, and I was instrumental in the Dan 3.0 courses. But part of my job was also help mitigate risk for divers and dive shops across the industry. And a lot of that knowledge that I gained there and helped develop there, we're bringing over into our curriculums to help those dive shops identify and mitigate those risks, because this is a risky sport. We all know that. But we want to help mitigate those risks, and we're starting to work that into our teaching curriculum as well.
That's awesome. What's one key initiative that you've been able to bring in from your days at NAUI and days at Dan into SEI that's been really key?
A great question. And again, I think it comes back to just taking the time to make sure that your emergency action plans are in place. You've got that infrastructure in place, so if and possibly when that accident or incident happens, you are prepared to deal with it. And we're starting to work towards that, and we're going to be putting some other things into our professional development programs that are going to help identify that. One thing that stands out, I think, overall in our program, it's our rescue course. It's called DRAM, Diver Rescue and Accident Management. Every agency's got a great rescue course. They really are. They're all fantastic. We take ours a step further and help get into that accident management. What do you do after the event? After the event has happened, what steps do you need to do to document, to work with law enforcement, to work with the families, and make sure all those things are taken care of? It's part of accident management.
That's pretty exciting to have something that detailed within your rescue diver course. Amazing.
Yep, absolutely, and that's one thing we're very proud of, because these things do happen, and we want our divers to be prepared to be able to deal with those. Because you're not always going to be diving. You might be affecting a rescue as a rescue diver, and there's no instructors or dive masters around. So that way you have the knowledge to handle that scene properly.
That's absolutely amazing. Now, one of the things that most people don't realize is not all agencies have a seat at the RSTC. You guys have a seat at the RSTC, isn't that correct?
That is correct. We are one of 9 voting members.
Wow, that's amazing. So how has your influence changed your belief or your position at the RSTC?
Well, coming from the different agencies and working with Dan, I've got a different more global perspective, if you will, of what the industry needs. I'm hopeful that I can start influencing the whole RSTC group to start looking at not just how the RSTC works, but how to enhance what the RSTC does to enhance diving as an industry whole.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, you're in some pretty big company and some pretty stiff competitors with being
absolutely
RSTC.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's and everybody around that table is a very accomplished diver, very successful in what they do, and I'm humbled and honored to be amongst them. And
amazing.
But it's a great opportunity to, again, as a collaborative group, to help make this industry grow.
What have you brought away from the RSTC to SEI?
So when I sat on it before, when I was with another agency, trying to get some things done, and I wanted to help streamline the processes that the RSTC has so we can get through standards, revisions, and changes and recommendations in a more effective manner.
Awesome. Well, give us a tour of your booth. What have you got going on here? Show us what you got happening.
So we've got a couple of our dive shop owners here with us already early in the booth. We've got Robin and Dora, and Scott is our military coordinator for our military program that we have with Scuba Educators. We've got some swag. We've got T-shirts. We've got sweatshirts. We've got dive flags, all for sale over there. And we're just here looking to talk to dive shops and independent instructors that are interested in taking a look at us, and we go from there.
That's amazing. So now you have a military coordinator. I did not realize that. Can we talk to your military coordinator for a second?
Sure. Let me have you talk to Scott here real quick.
Hey, how are you doing?
Scott, thank you for coming on today. I'm Benjamin with Teach Me to Dive. So you're the military coordinator for SEI. Tell me about that.
Yeah, basically what we're doing is we're taking military divers and we're accrediting them, giving them the certifications it's equal to, and segueing them into their proper civilian side of their certification.
That is amazing. Now, how are you going about that? Are you finding them individually, or are you finding from the military bases?
No, we're actually working with the Navy now. We've got some of the guys in Pearl Harbor that are working with us, piloting the program and bringing it on, fine-tuning it. And our goal is to be able to take a military diver, not just DOD or U.S. military, but NATO as well, and give them, coming straight in, once they graduate that dive school, the master scuba diver level in the recreational world straight away, because they've already met those standards and exceeded them. And then we're looking to segue the leadership into our leadership roles, dive master, instructor, and even up to instructor trainer by segueing their training into our programs. And so far, with Jim's help, it's really, really working out well. It looks like it should be a flawless effort.
That is amazing. What a great thing to do. We're big on our vets with us. And I mean, most of us are vets here. So we appreciate you doing that and working with us directly. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And hopefully that explained it to you. And if not, just get with us and we'll be more than happy to get the program out to you and let you look at it.
Right on. Thank you so much. All right. Who else is with you at the booth today?
All right.
So we've got a couple others but they're off actually engaging and doing some networking right now. So Bill's already working. Bill, my executive vice president of business and business development, he's already networking with some of our shop owners that are here at the show already.
Nice. Well, give us a more tour of your booth. Let's see your retail operation. What's going on?
All right. So we've got various colors of dive shirts with the Scuba Educators logo on them. We've got our drawstring bags that we've got. See here, there we go.
Nice.
We've got sweatshirts. We've got our newly designed flags for Scuba Educators. There we go. And of course, we've got a meeting table here. You know, the typical standard fare that you would see at any booth.
Fantastic. What's been the biggest surprise so far for you at DEMA this year?
You know, as I look down the hallway, and I'll kind of span around here, and I kind of expected this for New Orleans for DEMA. The dive show floor for DEMA this year is larger than it has been in years past, and I think it's absolutely fantastic.
That is amazing. That it finally started to come out of the COVID dark years of diving, and everybody started to come out. Well, perfect. Who's the most exciting thing you've seen so far at DEMA? Other than the size. Honestly,
I haven't had a chance to walk around yet.
Opening day
of DEMA, and we've been here just doing our booth setup, and then I had meetings on Sunday afternoon with the RSTC, and I had meetings with another organization yesterday, and so we're just moving forward.
Right on. Anything you want to reveal about your meeting with RSTC yesterday?
Nothing that I can talk about right now.
Oh, it's all top secret. I get it. It's all good.
Yep.
Well, Jim, what else would you like us to know today?
Just if anybody who's here, come on by. We'd love to have that conversation with you. If you're not here at the show, you can go to scubaeducators.org, and our website's there, and we're happy to. We've got our phone numbers and email addresses are there. You can reach out to us with any questions. We'd love to sit down and have a conversation with you.
Awesome, Jim. Thanks for taking the time live at DEMA. I hope you have an awesome show. We'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Thanks, Benjamin. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.